university, etc. One number mentioned yesterday was about $32 billion in non-defense federal spending, which is what the bipartisan National Security Commission on AI said we need in their 2021 report. It doesn't have to happen all at once, but it's important we prioritize these investments now and continue over time. Just about everybody in the room agreed that $32 billion is really a fluke.
That amount is larger than normal because of an additional energy relief benefit that required eligible residents to have applied by March 31st. The energy relief portion of the payout is non-taxable, and many eligible residents have already received their payments. But if you applied later, you should check to see your check by the end of the month, because even the Colorado governor has said that state legislators announced plans that they would see and help ease property tax increases. It's an effort to help homeowners and businesses in Colorado. The plan would reduce the residential assessment rate from 7.5% to 6.5%, so it makes things a little bit easier for the people that are suffering the most with stimulus checks. But still, this is not enough. We have a ton of news about the fourth stimulus check, Social Security benefits, SSI, and SSDI. Continue watching this video because you don't want to miss out on this important information. There's a lot of news that you guys have to know. An important date that millions of Americans need to be aware of is coming up very soon. The federal government is preparing to issue the next round of direct payments, and that'll be worth nearly $1,000. Details are finally being finalized on the loan forgiveness program, and month after month, the Social Security Administration sends out monthly benefits to retired workers. In addition to that, Social Security is responsible for sending supplemental security income benefits, disability, and survivor benefits. While the May payments continue, it is going to be worth knowing who will receive their money in the first days of June. SSI recipients are eligible for a maximum benefit of $1,000 a month and $1,300 for a married couple, where both spouses are eligible for the program. But it's important to mention that the payments are calculated individually and vary from one beneficiary to another. SSI recipients receive their payments on the first day of each month, or if the first day falls on a weekend or holiday. The payment is moving forward to the earliest business days of the previous month, and those who begin receiving their Social Security payments before the month can receive benefits every single time. So folks, just know this. Based on the scheduling, the SSI recipients will receive their June payment on June 1st. In addition to that, SSI will send a second payment on June 30th, which corresponds to the July check, since the first day of that month is Saturday, and the payment date will be brought forward. But if the U.S. breaches the debt ceiling and defaults on its debt, there could be significant implications for Social Security beneficiaries. The debt ceiling represents the max amount of money the U.S. government can borrow, and if it's not raised or eliminated, the government may not have enough funds to meet its financial obligations, including Social Security payments. Experts warn that in such a scenario, Social Security checks may be delayed. The National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare has cautioned that, without a debt limit increase, Social Security millions of Americans see the monthly benefit check increase, everybody. It's happening now. Households with low income will be able to claim extra relief money starting this month. Lawmakers have approved new legislation that would allocate billions of dollars towards new crisis relief assistance programs. The Department of Children and Families also announced that the Florida application for Disaster SNAP program has been approved. The program will provide assistance to food families and individuals affected by the hurricane who are not already receiving food assistance benefits through the programs. It's going to help so many people out now, everybody, and this is really great because state officials have said the program will be implemented by phases and by each county starting Monday, October 10th. So it's going to be helping so many people this week and this month with stimulus payments. People get the help they need. The Secretary of the State told reporters that our department is working around the clock to provide critical resources to families that are impacted by this, and our goal is to provide families with support as quickly as possible. And more than 500,000 Massachusetts households will actually start receiving the food assistance and can get a boost this month from the starting of the Keeping High with Inflation. Now, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker has actually announced that 550,000 households will participate in the SNAP's program, and we'll see an increase starting in the October 22 benefits. and those receiving SNAP benefits will get a 12% increase, with households seeing an average monthly boost of $25 to $30. The federal government adjusts SNAP benefit payments yearly to keep up with inflation, and Baker's office said that this recent increase reflects Massachusetts residents and the cost of living and fight hunger and food insecurity across the state. The Department of Transitional Assistance Acting Commissioner said in a press release that SNAP is a critical tool in providing individuals and families with the financial power to buy the food they need. It also plays an important role as an economic stabilizer, providing an influx of federal dollars into the state's economy, supporting our grocery stores, corner stores, and local farms. Utility costs for Massachusetts has also influenced SNAP benefits. Over the summer, the state got an approval from the federal government to adjust the heating costs used to determine the new benefit amount, reflecting the regional rise in utility bills. The administration says it hopes to have a continued SNAP emergency allotment and free school meals for all residents and students this year. In Hawaii's minimum wage actually increased to $12 an hour. The increase will mean an average of about $300 more per month for workers at that wage, but it could also impact their ability to collect food SNAP benefits. The SNAP program is based on gross monthly income, and Joseph Campos, the deputy director for the state, has said that the state will help those on the cusp of losing their benefits when the time comes for the review. He added that the federal government will use the offset wage increase when they up the requirement for those receiving food stamp benefits. The higher income rules jumped 12.5% because of skyrocketing inflation, and that could actually protect most people's benefits. Currently, there are 160,000 Hawaii residents enrolled in the program, and New Mexico is also issuing a fourth stimulus check worth at least. Folks, it is a great time for Joe Biden to do one thing, and that's to send out the fourth stimulus payments. Because higher prices have made it difficult for Social Security, everybody. Higher prices have made it difficult for the SSA in getting ready to make direct payments. New research from the Senior Citizens League shows that rising costs means beneficiaries have lost 30% of their buying power since 2000. To be able to live well on Social Security benefits, today retirees need an extra $500 a month, and that doesn't come easy. Social Security's COLAs have increased 78% since 2000. At the same time, the cost of goods and services the retirees typically buy has gone up by 141% over that time. This year's loss in buying power, measured from January 2000 through February 2023, improved a 40% decline based on last year's study. Yet the current 36% loss in buying power is still one of the deepest losses recorded. It only makes sense for Joe Biden to do more for the American people in sending out stimulus checks. Do you guys? Folks, we got a lot of information about the fourth stimulus check, Social Security benefits, SSI, and SDI. Continue watching this video because you definitely don't want to miss out on this. Joe Biden has a lot to give. Now, I believe he can send out the fourth stimulus check. Kevin McCarthy and Joe Biden will meet Monday to resume talks on how to avoid a catastrophic debt default. Even today, Joe Biden met at the White House, and he's meeting with Republican leaders to move their extreme positions to achieve